Since it was first revealed in 2017, Metro Exodus has emerged as one of the most eagerly anticipated gaming prospects of 2019. This third installment of 4A Games' distinctive first-person survival shooter takes place 2 years after the event of Metro Last Light and promises to take us on a journey beyond the desolate tunnels of post-apocalyptic Russia we've experienced so far. Here are the reasons we're very excited to re-enter the ravaged world of the Metro series. After 2 games spent exploring Moscow's maze-like underground system, hero Artyom has now hitched a ride on Aurora, a modified steam train on a journey to find life beyond the Metro. Joining him on this quest along the Trans-Siberian Railway are returning characters Anna and Miller, alongside a new cast of Spartan Rangers. They include the deceptively named Idiot, who is presumably inspired by the protagonist of the Dostoevsky novel that shares his name. Now he's made the transition to an overground transport system, Artyom is going to spend a lot more time exploring Russia's surface. Away from the safety of Aurora, he'll have to contend with the threat of mutants, hostile humans, natural environmental dangers, and our old friend, radiation poisoning. There's also a persistent day-night cycle, so you'll have to prepare to encounter nocturnal enemies who'll hunt you from the shadows. Metro Exodus hasn't abandoned the linearity that defined its previous 2 installments. As you'd expect from a game set on a train, the story takes players from location to location on a fixed route. However, each location is now what the game's creators call a sandbox survival level, a vast open space that can take hours to explore fully. You'll have to scavenge resources, survive against mutant and human enemies, and in the spirit of previous Metro games, will encounter additional quests to distract you from the task at hand. The method of acquiring weapons in Exodus has changed significantly compared to previous Metro games. New firearms can now be scavenged from dead enemies, or you can strip their guns for parts and attachments. Impressively, every handcrafted weapon is purported to function in real life, such as the delightfully named Bastard Gun, which appears to be comprised of parts from a pipe, a bucket, some pliers, and a lot of imagination. Weapons modding has also been expanded greatly, offering 5 attachment categories to upgrade and alter performance, namely scope, barrel, stock, magazine, and underbarrel. The best part? Artyom now has a backpack slung over his shoulders that contains all the tools necessary to mod and craft at any time during his adventure. However, the world will not stop around him while he's tinkering, so if you want to prevent Artyom being swept up by a demon while he's screwing on a silencer, it's probably best that you first locate a relatively safe spot. Gone are the trading posts of 2033 and Last Light, which means no more worrying about putting ammo aside as a currency to acquire new gear. Instead, there are 2 key resources, chemicals and materials. The former is used for weapons maintenance, and the latter is essential for crafting medkits, gas mask filters, and ammo for bespoke weapons. If you want to keep the odds in Artyom's favour, it's going to pay to scavenge every corner of the world. The Metro games have always included an element of choice, with various moments, some obvious, some less so, impacting on the story's outcome. Exodus makes this decision-making a much more integral part of the experience, giving you freedom to choose how you tackle situations. All guns blazing is still very much an option, but stealthier approaches can net the same results while also giving you an opportunity to listen on other factions' conversations. And even if you do opt to shoot everything in sight, you might find that certain enemies will surrender, giving you dynamic moral choices. Do you shoot, or do you spare them? You might find that certain spared foes will come running to your aid at a critical moment later in the game, or they might just take advantage of your good nature and have another crack at killing you. As Artyom's horizons expand, so too, unfortunately, does the diversity of mutant enemies eager to tear him apart. Joining the returning demons, watchmen, nozzles, shrimp, and lurkers are several brand new and utterly terrifying aberrations. Humanimals are pack-hunting mutants who act like rabid apes. Spiders are grossly mutated arachnids with an aversion to light. Wolves are, well, normal wolves, but really hungry and very angry. And mutated bears are just very, very, very bad news. Metro Exodus runs on 4A's in-house engine, the very same that powered both 2033 and Last Light, and one that is still widely regarded as among the best in the business. Naturally, the technology has evolved a great deal in the 5 years that have passed since the last game, and with Exodus's much expanded scope, the engine now accommodates a host of new systems and effects. Improved lighting, superior textures, performance-captured facial animation, and dynamic weather systems all serve to make Exodus the finest-looking Metro to date. Impressively, the Xbox One X version is promised to support native 4K resolution with full HDR. To complement its standout graphics, Metro Exodus brings photo mode to the series for the very first time. Available from day one, photo mode will give players the chance to document their adventures from a perspective beyond Artyom's headspace and apply their artistic eye to the twisted beauty of the Russian wastelands. It won't be long until you can join Artyom and the crew of the Aurora on their epic journey across post-apocalyptic Russia, because Metro Exodus arrives February 15, 2019.